Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to be creating a castle inspired by the artist Mary Blair. What you're going to need is a piece of paper and something to draw with. You may want to start with a pencil and then later go back over it with a marker. I'm going to start with a marker so it's much easier for you to see. When we begin our castle, we're going to be starting with some directional lines and making the base. So watch how I do it. I'm going to start with some horizontal lines that go from the edge of my paper all the way over, and then they're going to come down as a vertical line. So I'm going to decide how tall I want this part of the building to be, and I'm going to start my line at that point on my paper. I'm going to pull the horizontal line over for however wide I want this part of the building to be, stop, and make a vertical line all the way down to the bottom. Okay, I'm going to repeat this process about 3 more times so that I have 4 sections of buildings. Now you might decide you want to have 5 sections of buildings. That's okay, as much as you want to fit in your paper. Some can be taller, some can be shorter, some might be wider, and some might be thinner. The individual design is up to you because you are the artist, so you get to make those choices. Once we have all of these spaces, we're ready to start adding our details. So the first thing I like to do is decide how I want the roofs of my buildings to look. Maybe they are triangles, so I would need a diagonal line and another diagonal line back down to get a triangle roof to my building. Maybe they're rounded tops. Maybe you want to use squares. Or a curved line. Now that I have the tops of those, I'm going to continue to add more details. A lot of Mary Blair's castles have patterns in them, so I'm going to be using different types of lines to create patterns. I might add different shapes for detail as I go along. Diagonal lines down a section of a building repeated over and over can create lots of triangle patterns. You might consider, does your castle have doors? What shape do you want those doors to be? How tall are they? I like to connect all of the shapes that I create while I'm drawing, so that way when I go to color, I can place different colors in each of these spaces. Each time I connect a shape to another shape or to another line, it creates a new space and a new shape that can be colored in. Mary Blair's castles had lots of repeated shapes, lots of lines to create patterns.